If you've ever dreamt of unlocking the secret to truly healthy, strong hair, you might be surprised to learn that the answer isn't in some fancy bottle. Today, we are diving into the 6 essential vitamins and minerals that your hair is literally begging for to get that serious growth. Let's get right to it.
So, let me ask you something. Do you ever just look in the mirror and get kind of frustrated? Maybe your hair feels like it's thinning out, or it's super brittle, or it just won't grow. It's such a common feeling, right? But what if the fix isn't just about what you're putting on your hair? Because, while all those shampoos and serums are great, the real foundation for vibrant, resilient hair, that starts from the inside out. The secret to totally transforming your hair might actually be waiting for you in your kitchen. Yep, right on your plate. All right, so to make this super simple, we're going to break down these 6 key nutrients into 2 parts. First up, let's meet what I call the essential trio. These 3 form the absolute bedrock of amazing hair growth. Kicking things off with the absolute celebrity of hair vitamins, biotin, also known as vitamin B7. I want you to think of biotin as the head construction worker for your hair. Its main job is to produce keratin, and keratin is the protein that makes up over 90% of every single strand on your head. It's that simple. Without enough biotin, you're missing the most important building block. And here's the great news. Biotin is actually pretty easy to find. It's packed into foods like eggs, and by the way, don't you dare skip that yolk, and also in nuts like almonds and walnuts, whole grains, and delicious fatty fish like salmon. Honestly, a handful of almonds as a snack or an egg for breakfast is a fantastic way to start. Okay, our second power player is vitamin A. The easiest way to think about this one? It's your scalp's own personal moisturizer. It helps your glands produce something called sebum, which is just the natural oil that keeps your scalp from getting dry and your hair from becoming brittle. It's basically nature's conditioner, and vitamin A keeps it flowing. And you can totally spot vitamin A sources by their color. Just look for those vibrant orange and deep green veggies. Sweet potatoes are an absolute powerhouse, but so are carrots, dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, and even pumpkin. And rounding out our first trio is the incredibly multi-talented vitamin C. It actually plays this really cool dual role. First, it's a powerful antioxidant, so it protects your hair follicles from damage. Second, your body needs it to create collagen, which is a protein that makes hair strong. And, get this, as a bonus, it dramatically helps your body absorb iron, which, spoiler alert, is another mineral we're going to talk about in just a minute. Of course, we all think of oranges when we hear vitamin C, right? And for good reason. But don't sleep on other amazing sources like strawberries, bell peppers of all colors, and even broccoli. Fun fact, a single red bell pepper can actually have more vitamin C than an orange. Okay, we've covered the foundational trio. Now let's talk about the supporting cast. These next 3 nutrients are absolutely essential for giving your hair that extra oomph, that shine and strength we're all after.
Now, this is so fascinating. We usually connect vitamin D with bone health, right? But new research is suggesting it plays a huge role in waking up hair follicles that have gone dormant, and maybe even helping create brand new ones. You can think of it like the spark that tells your scalp, hey, it's time to grow some new hair. A deficiency here is often linked to hair loss, so this one's important.
Getting enough vitamin D from food can be a little tricky sometimes, but fatty fish like salmon are a great choice, and so are fortified foods like milk and cereal. And of course, there's the most famous source of all, sunshine. Just a little bit of safe sun exposure helps your body produce its very own vitamin D. Then we've got vitamin E, another one of those powerful antioxidants. Its main job is to protect the cells on your scalp from damage. But maybe even more importantly, it's known to help boost blood circulation. And better blood flow to the scalp means your hair follicles are getting a steady delivery of all the oxygen and nutrients they need to really thrive.
You're going to start noticing how some of these foods are just all-around hair superstars. Look, almonds and spinach are back on the list. Some other fantastic sources of vitamin E are sunflower seeds and, of course, everyone's favorite, avocados.
And last but certainly not least, we have a mineral, iron. And listen, iron is absolutely essential. It's basically the taxi service for oxygen in your bloodstream. It helps your red blood cells carry oxygen to every single part of your body, and that includes your scalp. Without enough oxygen, your hair follicles just can't function or grow properly. It's that critical. You can find iron in both animal and plant-based foods. Red meat is a well-known powerhouse. But if you're vegetarian or vegan, don't worry for a second. Lentils, beans, and our good old friend spinach are fantastic options. Just try to remember to pair them with a source of vitamin C, because that will maximize how much iron your body can absorb.
So there you have it, our 6 power players for incredible hair health. Now I know that was a lot of information, so let's put it all together into a simple, clear blueprint that you can actually use.
This table right here is your ultimate cheat sheet. Biotin is for the building blocks. Vitamin A is for moisture. Vitamin C is for protection and absorption. Vitamin D helps create new growth. Vitamin E is all about circulation, and iron handles that crucial oxygen delivery. You can see how each one has a really distinct and vital role to play.
And really, that's the key takeaway from all of this. What we see on the outside, that strong, shiny, healthy hair we all want, is so often just a direct reflection of how we're nourishing our bodies on the inside. It's not just about looking good, it's about genuine, overall wellness.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about. Looking at this list, what's one small change you could make this week? Which one of these powerhouse foods are you going to focus on adding to your plate first? Thanks so much for joining this explainer.